What's up everybody, Brandon back again. You're looking at the crab quesadillas that I made earlier today for lunch. I've been craving Mexican food for some reason. I didn't feel like going with the standard burrito, and I also didn't feel like using chicken or beef or even pork, so I wanted to mix it up, so I used crab. Now if you don't like crab or just don't have access to it, you can also use shrimp or any of the other things I've already mentioned, but this is a good way to mix things up and still get a good amount of protein in. So I'm going to show you the ingredients that I used and show you exactly how easy this is to make. Alright, so easy ingredients here. Obviously we're going to need crab meat. I just bought it in a can. This is very simple. We're going to need about 8 ounces to make what I'm going to show you here. You're also going to need some shredded cheese. Now I'm choosing just to use reduced fat mild cheddar. You could use fat-free, you could use whole fat. It's really up to you. Just know the macros will change accordingly. Now we're also going to be using some flour tortillas. If you really want to use wheat, you can. Again, personal preference dictates what you use here. I then have some fat-free cream cheese, and you're going to want to leave this out a little bit because you want it to be room temperature when you use it. And then we're going to be using some fresh cilantro, even though it comes in a plastic box, so to say, it's still fresh. And next ingredient, I'm going to jalapeno pepper. We're also going to be using a red pepper. You can really get creative with these vegetables if you want. It's really up to you as they don't really count for anything calorie-wise. Now, also, we are going to have some salsa at the end. If you want some sour cream, you can use that too. So let's get to making this. So honestly, this really couldn't be more simple. You're gonna get a big ass bowl and just throw the ingredients in. So the first ingredient is 1 cup of that reduced fat cheddar cheese. The next ingredient we have is about 1/3 cup of chopped up cilantro. Then we're gonna go ahead and add 2 ounces of the fat-free cream cheese. And again, room temperature, that way it mixes easier and it's not too hard. That's what she said. I then just have some diced up red pepper as well as some diced up jalapeno. Now for these, again, really just use your best judgment in terms of what kind of taste and consistency you want. You're then gonna get a spoon and just mix the crap out of it for a little bit. So get those all stirred up. Then once you have a good consistency here, feel free to work in the crab. Now I will say that I did drain the water out of the crab and I ended up using about 7 ounces worth of it. Okay, so again, once you get a consistency you like, just go ahead and add the crab in. I'm choosing to add it in all at once. And then you're just going to continue to mix it until thoroughly mixed. All right, so once we get to that point, just grab your tortillas and grab your mixing bowl, and you're going to fill these in on 1/2 only because we're going to be folding these over. Now, just a note to make here, you'll see that I actually don't use all of the mixture on the video itself. However, after I turned off the camera, I decided to just go in and fill in all the excess. So all the ingredients I've shown here make 2 really big ass thick quesadillas. So just keep that in mind depending on how many you want to make. That's going to change the macros per serving. Now again, depending on if you have bigger or smaller tortillas and how far out to the edge you want to go, again, it's really going to dictate how much of this mixture you want to use. But give a pretty good hearty amount. Again, there's not a lot of fat in these things, so don't really feel shy about going ahead and putting a good amount in. So once they're packed to the consistency you like, it's fairly simple. You should have a skillet going on medium heat with some oil on there. You can use some non-stick cooking spray if you'd like as well. Then you're just simply going to put each one of these quesadillas in, and if you have a big pan like I do, you should be able to fit both of them side by side. And again, this is containing the entire mixture. From here, you're just gonna wanna let it cook on each side for about 2 to 3 minutes and then flip over. Just be careful because you don't want to burn these. So after you've cooked them evenly on both sides, which again is usually going to take you somewhere between 5 to 6 minutes, you simply are going to remove these and cut them depending on how you like. I'm choosing to cut them in thirds here. Again, each quesadilla would be 1 serving for 1 person. So this would be great for your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your kid, whoever else. If you have an imaginary friend, hell, it'd be great for them too. Now, as far as macros go on this, they are pretty decent. Per quesadilla, given the ingredients that I gave you in the quantities, you're looking at 479 calories, 38 grams of carbs, 39 grams of protein, and 19 grams of fat. So again, a great way to mix this up and give yourself a nice, quick, easy lunch, and it looks pretty fancy. As always, everybody, thanks so much for watching, and in the meantime, stay big.